and he's actually in his 80s, and he is a trainer.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, he's in his 80s as a trainer?
yep.
Wow.
That's great.
That is super cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of fun.
Well, that's perfect. Those are the people that really need it too, you know? So
Yep.
anyway, let's go over. Good job. This creating those successful moments each week is really important. You know, just the consistency over time, I think, is so important. Is kind of continue to share and plant those seeds. Now it's the springtime, so now is the time when we're just like planting, and as we go along, those come about. Especially right now, you guys. Right now is such a good time, and we're still doing this transformation. And so that's a great time to invite them because they can do a 30, 60, or 90-day if they want to keep going, but they can just hop on in, and I changed the flyer so it doesn't have a date on it. But they could still register on the same site, get the information, and then we can help them get their bands and
Janine,
the workouts.
Janine, we actually have 135 people.
Nice. Nice. Good job, you guys. That's a lot of people trying. We got to have some really good success stories for our conference there, our national conference. So 100 and how many?
About 135.
35. So good.
So at least out of that 135, there should be maybe a couple of dozen that stick with it.
Come back on the stage and show their before and afters. This is going to be really good. So you guys stick with the people that you signed up and make sure that things are going well in their transformation. And if you need any help, don't feel free to reach out. I just wanted to give kudos to those that were on the call on Tuesday. That call went really good. I want to thank Tamara for that. And so if you want to share that one, we've got it on our Facebook site and you can share it. And it's just really good to help them get into a good mindset, on the healthy mindset as we go into Easter and stuff, because they're going to hit some challenges. And I know you've got to have a pretty good strong why and have your vision set up so that you can overcome some of these because you want something better. And then Cadbury chocolate eggs, or I don't know what people's favorite is. Today in BNI, they were giving out crumble cookies and swig gift certificates. And they were all like, we can't take that. Janine's on board here. We're all in transformation. I'm like, absolutely. You're in transformation. Stay focused, you guys. Focus. Don't get sidetracked by crumble cookies. Come on. So if you want to share that, and we've got that new flyer. Just reach out to me if you don't have that on our thread still. I know sometimes things get lost in the thread, but our Facebook Messenger thread is a little easier to find things there. Also in the Facebook. So we're gonna jump right in onto our topic today. We got some good chats, by the way. Here we go. Oh, awesome. Getting your hair colored. Who's getting their hair colored? Okay, well, excuse you.
Me.
Yeah, you're looking good, Dana. I love it. Make sure you get the bands on her while you're underneath the dryer.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So last week we talked about living above the line. I don't know, anybody get that book yet? Or on Audibles, it's really good. I can share that on Audibles if it's your first one. It's so good. So we just wanted to continue with that as feeling open, especially as we're Easter week, you know. Easter week I love. And I've just been going through this week and just kind of following Christ's journey as we get closer to Easter. And it's so powerful as you kind of focus in onto the Toma, and you think of on the Toma, it goes along exactly with everything that we went along last week. And I don't mean to preach religion because some of you may not be on that same boat, but it does. It's just all about above the line and the Toma part of forgiveness and how powerful that was that Christ forgave so many of these people that betrayed him, and all the hurts that he received so that you know, when we receive these hurts and we feel betrayed, or we feel, you know, the forgiveness part is so powerful, not necessarily for them, but for ourselves. And that was a valuable lesson. And in that, in the book, you know, in the book, The Habits of Conscious Leadership, it talks a lot about living above that line. And because people will say mean things, and they'll, you know, you might get offended and things like that. And but it kind of comes to, where are you gonna be? Are you gonna drop down to their level, or are you gonna pull yourself up and go above the line? And that's tough. Every day it's tough. I mean, he talks about, Jim Detmer is amazing. If you guys can ever watch some of his YouTubes, how it's just that natural person to just kind of drop below and just feeling frustrated. And I was feeling the same way this morning. You know, things were crazy, trying to get out of the house, and you know, sometimes things just don't go as smoothly, and I was feeling a little frustrated with certain things. And I thought, you know what, I am dropping right below, and I had to call my husband on the way in and apologize for being a little bit too rude on the way. So I just wanted to bring Brent on because he missed the call on Tuesday, but there was a lot of good things that he had as we kind of go into this. I wanted him to touch too on the abundancy part of it, because as we go, as we talk about that above the line, abundancy is a big part. Like, there's so many people that we can help, so many. And when I first heard about it, just like Pam was saying there in the beginning, that you know, her or Sarah, I'm sorry, Sarah, you were saying that when you were talking to that gal, her mind just started racing of all the people that can help. That's what happened to me. It just started racing. It was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people, and we will have people overlapping, and that's okay. The main thing is that we're helping people get healthier. And so that abundance mentality and going for the goals that we set. And at first, for myself, I just want to kind of share a little bit about mine. I had a harder time with that. I honestly did. I was always motivated a little bit more by helping people than the money. And then I realized how much good, and I took this financial class in with our church program. And it was so good at helping you understand that God wants to bless us. He wants to bless us financially so that we can do more good things in our life, you know. And so if you're feeling that freedom, that financial freedom, it helps you in a lot of ways, spirituality, emotionally, everything, as you don't have some of that pressures, but also the ability to be able to travel and share, as we just bought some plane tickets to go to Tennessee to share the bands with some people there, and Arizona and some different places, so that we can be a little bit more abundant with what we do. So Brant, are you there? I know I entered you in, so do you want to come up and talk a little bit about that?
I'm here.
Look at you, all nice, clean shaven, looking good.
We sent Santa Claus back to the North Pole.
Oh, dang it.
But I got gifts for you today anyway, so. Yep. Perfect. And I got another about 20 that we're going to add to the challenge. I texted them out the invitation to sign up yesterday. So there'll be more coming in, because the more we have, the more before and afters, the more success. And that's what will help everybody. I got some really neat ones with some serious challenges that'll be great before and afters. And that's my whole focus, is just to help people transform their health and their lives. And these kind of businesses, you know, help everybody do that. In fact, there's a couple of quotes. I'll go out, and when I get towards the end, I'll go out to my truck and read you these quotes by two famous guys about what we really have our hands on. But talking about, you know, what Jeannie expanded on, what Jeannie had to say about this time of the year and the forgiveness. Ultimately, that's what that was all about. You know, Christ forgave everything that came against him unjustly, didn't deserve, you know, and that's the hardest thing for us to do when we suffer because of, you know, things that come against us, you know, and we didn't deserve it. Those are the hardest things to forgive, but that's where we grow the most, because this is the principle of all growth in life, mentally, physically, and spiritually, is overcoming adversity, because strength only comes by overcoming adversity. You lay in bed all day long and don't move a muscle, pretty soon you can't move a muscle. And we are engaged in that principle with these bands on the higher level, because when you push yourself to a failure level with weights or resistance, it taps that growth hormone level a little bit because of that 30% oxygen reduction. But when you put the bands on and hit that same failure with a lighter weight, it taps it to that 10% oxygen reduction. So the growth hormone spiked much greater. And that's more adversity. And you can feel it. It's deeper pain in the muscle. And then if you also do that in a fasted state, so you do it before you have your first meal in the morning and you've fasted for like 12 hours during the night, it cranks the growth hormone up 1,200% more. And that's all because that's a harder state to work out into that effort level. It's all about progressive adversity that we overcome. And we are in the perfect place that it makes everybody so that they are a lot more available to handle other kind of adversities in life. The experience we have with these B3 bands, it's like that William Hoff, he has a breathing method out there, the ice man they call him. He has you taking cold showers and ice baths. And what it does is it increases your ability to endure adversity. Well, we're doing it with these bands. And I like these bands much better than a ice cold bath. But
definitely much better.
When we bless people with this program, and especially with the complete program of the nutrition and the attitude, it's going to help them change their whole life. If you want to change your whole world, all you got to do is change the way you think. And this program is a course in how to help people change the way they think. And when we do that, this company also blesses us with some financial rewards that if we're wise, we reinvest to even do more. It's like a farmer that he plants, 10 acres, and in the fall, and he weeds and plants and weeds them and waters them and takes care of them. In the fall, he may get back 60 to 100 fold back more seeds than he planted. Well, now, because of that, he can take another little bit of those seeds and plant another 10 acres. So the next year he can get even more of a harvest and still have a lot extra to share with people and to sell. Well, in this business, and really anything in life, the seeds you plant come back to you later multiplied in kind, good or evil. That's why we want to always be planting seeds. But the one really thing, Francine Wyatt, I know her well. She's very well. She's going to be using the bands, and her husband and her 2 children that have challenges. So that'll be a spectacular before and after transformation that I'm really looking forward to. And they live by me, so I'm going to be hands-on with them. So back to that, the law of the harvest. It works in everything in the universe. Those seeds come back to you later, multiplied in kind. And you always harvest, but here's a strange thing. You don't always harvest in the field you planted in, but you always harvest. And I've seen this happen a lot in my own life. And I'll harvest from these other fields that I didn't even plant in. So if your heart is set on just helping the people and doing good, it's all going to come back. And then when it does, when that little extra you have, like, Jeannie was saying, she'd be able to now pay for an airfare and go back and help more people expand it back east. And it increases your lifestyle. That's one of the blessings of these network marketing businesses. I've been involved for over 40 years in them and learned from the best of the best. I was their private karate instructors and their health and body transformation coaches. I trained 6 of the top distributors in 6 of the biggest network marketing companies out there that all made from $50,000 a month to $500,000 a month. So I learned all their secrets, everything while I was training them. And one of the big blessings is when you share this, whatever it is, with enough other people, anything you want will automatically come back to you if you help other people get what they want. That's from Zig Ziglar. But the other thing is, because of the way in America our government is set up, they set it up to where they remunerate you. They give you benefits for creating gross national product business. So if you create more jobs and more product, gross national product, they want to give you some benefits. So they give you some tax breaks. They set it up that way to motivate you to, have more people working and have more products flowing. And so that's why most all of the big business people, they have multiple businesses. So it gives them tax benefits. And that's why most of the billionaires, they pay hardly anything in tax, if any at all, because they've learned to use those laws, which is all legal, for their benefit, so that they can create more business, more jobs, more gross national product. And we have that same ability with these kind of businesses, because it allows us, basically anything that supports or develops your business in any way, directly or indirectly, can be tax deductible if you keep good records, because they want to motivate you to do more of that. It's all about keeping good records. So that's a huge benefit to people when you first sign them up, to whether they become a customer or a consultant. That little extra to become a consultant allows them to write off, all of their products, everything, because they got to know this stuff works for themselves, and the supplements, they got to know it works firsthand before they can, tell other people about it. And then anytime they're promoting their travel, their phones, and anything that helps them directly or indirectly, as long as they're keeping records, they can write that off their taxes. And that can even help shelter your other incomes from your regular jobs. So I learned that 40 years ago, and it's blessed my family, for 40 years because of that. I've always had some other businesses going on the side. So I had those tax benefits because, I like paying my share for, the infrastructure, roads, and for, military to protect us, and so a few other things. Most of that stuff, they just waste my money. So I don't want to give them any more than I have to because they waste it. But there is some good things to it. So I do pay a little bit. The principle is focus on helping the people, and all the rest will just automatically come. You just like you've seen Jeannie and Tamara and Sarah and some of your other leaders, you can feel their heart. They just really care about how this is going to help you. And you can feel that. It's not about getting a paycheck. It's not about how much money they're going to make off you. And you can tell the difference. Even on the phone, you can tell the difference between somebody that's trying to sell something to make some money off you, somebody that really cares about, helping you and addressing your needs. So another thing that would all help you, especially in this point in time, financially, that gives you an ability to do maybe more with this business or any business, but at this point in time, the interest rates are incredibly beneficial to homeowners. I've been led to that, you know, I don't know, more than about 40 years ago, probably, about that. And I've been able to refinance, and I got all kinds of stories about everything. I even bought a big home in Salt Lake overlooking the whole valley, interest free. But I've always refinanced when the market went down and ended up paying the same house payments, and was able to take equity out and be able to upgrade the house or take my family on vacations or have no debts, paid off cars and any loans. A friend of mine just recently, he was able to do that, refinanced. I was able to take out $50,000. House payment stayed the same, and it paid off all the other debts, all the high interest credit cards, car loans, everything else, because the interest he was paying on that money that is now part of his equity is only like 2% interest instead of 10 or 18%. So that's just smart business, and was able to buy a whole bunch of, you know, bands and products and things to help, you know, his family. So that's just, oh, and by the way, my daughter-in-law, really smart. I mean, she got her master's degree when she was 18 years old. I'm brilliant. She has, she works for one of these mortgage companies. And so if anybody's interested in looking at that to just see what might be possible with them, just contact me. I'll give you her number, and she can just look at things for you and just tell you the options. But that's what I did. And the last time I did it, like 9 months ago, you know, I was able to pay off this other property I have. And so it's cashed out. And I put 10,000 of silver at the time. And in 9 months, it's now worth 15,000. I knew another friend that had, you know, put a lot more just a few months earlier, and theirs is doubled. Instead of 100,000, it'll be 200,000. So, and that's always hard assets. I'm not going to lose that no matter, you know, what the market does. So anyway, everybody's got their own challenges and their own life to look at and stuff. If you have any questions about anything, I just give you information, and it's up to you to do your own homework. And I always tell everybody, pray about everything to find out what you're to do in your own situation. You know, that's the only way you get the right answers.
Thank you so much, Brent. And I love in our coaching business, health coaching, the saying, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. It's the same thing here. When you have a healthy finance, then the healthy body and healthy mind follows, and a healthy mind helps with healthy finances. So it's kind of like the circle right there. And that's one more reason that people can get involved when you're working with them. Say tax write-offs. I mean, that's huge. When I went to go visit my sister, I did a demo with her friend and wrote that off as a tax write-off. And we did workouts every day trying to train my sisters. So there you go. It's that tax write-off that you can use. So we do want to encourage people to have the healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, and encourage them to take a bigger role in the consultant area and work with them. So I hope you guys are all feeling good. If anybody got some comments they want to share on that.
Jeannie, one is, my mind just slipped on both of them, or both of points. What did you just say before that? You were talking about something. Oh yeah. Okay. When you sign somebody up, let's say they buy, you know, a founder's package, you know, it's $1,100. Most people are in an average of between state and federal 30% income tax bracket. They paying back taxes. So at the end of the year, if they write all that off, they're going to get 300 and something back more on their taxes that they wouldn't have got, that the government would have just kept by, you know, just that initial package. And
that's a good way to kind of help share the offset of the cost. I think that's really good.
Oh, huge. And then people, everybody that coaches, you know, stay with your people every week. Be asking them how they're doing on their, you know, their program, on a scale from 1 to 10, on their cardio, their weights. People in this business, this is the average in all network marketing. 65% of the people that drop out is because of indifference. People not staying with them and making them feel that they matter. And so you want to always stay with your people, always help them, especially with this program. Once we get all these before and afters and these testimonials and stories, that's going to do a lot. We'll put it on a website. You can have books you take with you and stuff. It will just accelerate your businesses. But we have got to do our due diligence to create that. So just stay with your people.
Awesome. Thank you, Brent. Thanks so much. As we're kind of going into that abundance, kind of gearing up for National Convention, man, I got to learn how to save because I put a lot of information in upcoming events and it doesn't look like I saved it. So I'll fix that and put them all in because we do have some good events coming up. As we gear up for National Convention, look in your email. I'm going to be sending you kind of the differences between the VIPs and that type of thing on the flyer. We got Big Mike, last time I checked, doesn't have the registration yet. So go ahead and save your money for right now. And but definitely the VIP package is the way to go if you can. And so just start putting away for that $199 for that VIP, which is actually really good for a convention. And to gear up for, we really, really want to start building up our different areas and making sure that we have people invited to this conference, you know. So by growing different areas, that is going to help bring people in. And that's why we're kind of like hitting it hard and going out, maybe St. George, Ogden, Pocatello, you know, different areas that can come in. Tammy, you had your hand raised. Did you want to make a comment?
Just had a question. So, you know, we already paid a little bit. So we only have to pay the difference for that VIP?
Right, you only have to pay the difference. And I have all the money there. I was trying to give it to Big Mike, but they weren't ready for it yet. He's like, don't give me your money yet. I'm like, wow, nobody tells me that. So, but you will pay the difference. Yeah. So upcoming events, sorry about this. I had this and then I guess it closed without me saving. But we do have our event tonight, you know, and so if you can invite people on this tonight, they can watch it from their home. It's going to be a really good one on the growth hormone. So that's going to be awesome. But you can also come over to True Health. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing it over at Girl Family Fitness. Chris is gone tonight. So, so if we can do, if you have some at your home, invite people over to your home to watch this with you tonight. That is the best way to do it. Just invite them over or come over if you're in the area over to True Health, and we'll be doing at 6:30, we'll be doing a workout. And at 7, we'll be doing our the live presentation. And then April 7th and 8th, we've got the Tremont booth. So I'll get some details with that. Amy and Martin are doing a booth over there, so we can kind of help promote that Tremont area. Also, April 14th, you guys, is Pocatello. And we definitely want to encourage people to come back for their scans and invite people to go to that Pocatello event. So that's April 14th. And I'll put that in there. And that's over at Fitness Inc. again. That one's so fun. That David and his gang over there are very open and willing to help with that. So that's a Wednesday, you guys. Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right? 7 p.m. Fitness Inc.
Yep.
So we'll have our scanners. They can come and do scans and demos.
I know it's so weird, but like, I don't know. Perfect. Right, you're welcome.
Again, there we go. And then coming up in May, let's see, the end of April, we're going to be trying to head down to St. George. Sarah's organizing a St. George trip. This is going to be fun. So if anybody has a St. George or wants to go on a little St. George adventure, Sarah, you got any information on that?
Well, we're looking for someone that has maybe some place that we can maybe corral or have the demo done at. So if anyone has either a large home that we can, or a large backyard, so we don't have to rent a space. Mm-hmm. Looking for a resource for that. I mean, we've always got a hotel that we can do that, but that would be a cost that we would have to incur and split amongst the consultants that go down for that. So if anybody has a friend or a relative or someone that either has a business or a large home that has a space, and being St. George, the weather should be nice enough that even if they have a nice backyard with a patio and can accommodate, 12, 15 guests to come over, or even up to 20 maybe, you don't have to come down with us. You can refer people down there to come to our demo. Just let us know. Let Janine or Tammy or I know.
Yeah, we'll take care of them. And I know Mary was going to check on some gyms and stuff down there that she's been working with. So we might have a place there because her daughter lives there. And I also have a friend that has a really big facility that he said we could use too. So.
Okay. And we have Janine, we have Diane. They live right there by the golf course.
Yeah.
Maybe they could get us the clubhouse.
They might be able to. That one's a little bit out of the way, but if we can find anybody, that would be good.
But I think Mary has a few places down there where she's done a few things. Yeah.
So just a little heads up, May 24th through 25th, we're working on a Tucson event for a health and wellness center. That's, or sorry, not the health and wellness, May 21st through 25th, Tucson. That we'll be going there and doing demos and stuff in Ocean. And Esther and Joyce, you guys are all putting that together. So that's really exciting. We're excited to come see you.
Joyce lives in Washington. It's Ocean and Esther and Shelby.
That's right. And Shelby. That's right. And then as far as all the training, I'll be sending you the flyer that has the events, because on Friday morning on the 11th, there's a pickleball. So we can start inviting people to pickleball. Also, there's the social that night from 3 to 6 here at the next to True Health. And then our VIP kind of dinner after that at 6 o'clock here at True Health. And then the next day we have our event at 10 o'clock and then at 3 o'clock with the VIP lunch in between. So that's, we got our FitCom booth. Our FitCom booth will be inviting, that's June 5th.
4th and 5th. 4th
and 5th, yep. So we'll be inviting people from there. If you know anybody in the Salt Lake area, have them come over to FitCom. And we can do some demos on them. Now remember, you guys, if you can't come to a place, just send them over and just have them tell who they're with, and we can do the demos with them and send you a message and say, hey, your client stopped by, follow up with them, or your gal or guy or whatever, follow up with them. So we're not there to take them from you. We're just there to help you. As Brent was saying, in this abundance, we're here to help you also grow, because as we're reaping and sowing in different fields, it all comes back, because we know that you guys will help us if we have to do the same thing. So FitCom, that's Salt Lake City, you guys. So you don't know what that is. And I think Ty is actually competing there. So you should come and support him in his competition. He's doing a little competition there. So those are exciting events coming up. Anybody else have anything to add? We'd like to maybe get one in Bear Lake.
Do you have, Jeannie, do you have a couple minutes me read these quotes from you to you?
Yeah, one more thing. Let me just read one more thing. If we can do an Ogden one for their 4-week scans, I don't remember if we planned that after the Thursday. Do you guys remember when we talked about it last time? Was it Thursday that we were going to try to do the scan in Ogden?
I don't think we had a date yet.
Let's tentatively plan that. Let's follow up and see. So that would be Thursday, April 15th. And then we'll put Ogden because they will need their scans. That'll be their 4 weeks. You know, all these places that we were doing the scans. Okay, go ahead, Brent.
Okay, these things will just help you, inspire you, what we really have our hands on here. And I'll give you a copy of this, Jeannie, tonight so that you can make copies and make sure everybody gets this out, because it will help them when they're talking to people about the business side. Paul Zane Pilzer, a world-renowned economist, past economic advisor to 2 former United States presidents, multimillionaire software entrepreneur, author of Unlimited Wealth and the Next Trillion, said, teaching consumers about such products and services or intellectual distribution is the greatest entrepreneurial opportunity now and for the foreseeable future, for there are no riches that surpass having a healthy body. As much as we focus on the financial and lifestyle benefits of these businesses, the real benefit is what you can do to change a life and the lives of all people who are touched by that life. If you can add 5, 10, 15 years to someone's life, think of his children, think of his spouse. We're wonderfully interrelated in this world today. And when you can give someone the gift of wellness, improving the quality of that life every day and increasing the length of that life, it's truly a wonderful thing. There's a crisis, a trend of economic proportions going in the other direction in the rest of America right now. Network marketing is the only force I see on the horizon that has the potential to make this kind of change. The worst form of ignorance is when you judge or reject something that we know little or nothing about. What do you know that can hurt you? What you don't know can hurt you. These businesses have low startup costs. You must join for 2 reasons. Either one will not work by themselves. Help yourself and help other people. Teach and learn. Robert Kiyosaki says it takes him 5 years and $5 million to develop a successful business. But for most people, a network marketing business is the only chance they have for financial independence. He also says rich people look for and build networks while other people just look for work. The World Network is the true key to financial success. So when I speak of life-changing business education, I speak of educational power, enough to change a caterpillar into a butterfly. One of the problems that I had in business school was many of the teachers had no real business experience. In network marketing, the people at the top who teach have to be successful in the real world, or they would not be at the top. In the world of traditional business schools, you do not have to be successful in the real world of business to teach business. The more you seek job security, the less control you have over your life. And the more you give up control, the more you give up your freedom. These businesses help you to develop faith. And tax benefits, most people have 5 tax deductions available to them. Business owners have hundreds.
Awesome, thanks. Another reason why we do what we do, huh?
That's it.
Yep, that's awesome. Anybody else has anything to share? So you guys already go out and share the business part of it. I mean, definitely share bands, and as people experience the bands, but also be looking for people that you can bring on your team, people that you want to work with, people that you want to help bless their lives too. So this is a good time to do that, because with Dr. Mike and the training coming up, this is a good time to start getting our consultants on and start getting them geared up for this conference. So I sure appreciate all of you guys. It's just amazing. This has probably been the greatest, I don't know, team that I've had a chance to work with. It's just a bunch of really neat people. We learn from each other and able to share with each other. So I'm very grateful for all of you guys. And let's just get out there and share some more of the health. I was just going and looking at some chats for a second. So B3 YouTube channel. Yep, look at that one. The B3 Burn, Team B3 Burn.
No.
And Dr. Mike, oh yeah, for tonight, yeah, the B3 YouTube channel. And Dr. Mike sends it out on an email if you haven't got the email for the recordings for the past ones. Okay, you guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week, if not sooner, and hopefully see you tonight if you're coming over here to the center. All right.
Jane?
6:30 night.
Yeah, 6:30 night for workouts.
Okay.
Dana,
Okay.
Dana and you and Sarah and I were going to stay on.
Yep, I'm going to stop this recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye, ladies. Have a great day.